Hi, I'm Doug Jones at Buyers Realty, and I'm a real estate agent, and I try to keep up on all the laws, but sometimes things sneak up on everybody. And I want to talk about Prop 19, California Prop 19, when you inherit a property. And I hope if you inherit a property, you inherit it through a trust and not through a probate, because probate is going to cost a lot of money. But if you inherit it through a trust, it used to be that the person inheriting that property got to keep the old tax basis. So if the taxes were $200 a month, they kept $200 a month. And then it went up annually a little bit for Prop 13. But that changed February 16th, 2021. And what happened was that now the government changes the way the taxes is computed. Now, let me tell you where this happened first. There was a movie star, and this was nothing they did wrong, but the movie star's family had owned a property in Malibu on the beach for 40, 50, maybe 70 years. And this property had been inherited, handed down, and it was a rental. It was renting for $25,000 a month. But the taxes on that property was only about $200 a month. Now, my numbers might be off a little bit, but that's the idea of what happened. And then somebody came in and said, no, this is not right, we need to change this. So they did change it, and I got surprised because there's some changes I didn't know about. I had a customer who sold a property, and the property sold for more than $2 million. Now, if I sell a house to somebody and they're the new owner and they're going to have a new tax basis, in California, we go about 1.25, and that would be $25,000 a year on this $2 million, or it would be $2,083 a month. That's a lot of money, $2,083, especially when before they were paying $212. But in this situation, the people inherited the house, and they had already decided to move elsewhere from their house, and this house they were just going to sell. So they sold the house, and in the past, when they sold the house immediately, there was no tax change, no big deal. And I was still aware of that. Then they came to me one day and said, Doug, we just got a tax bill for $12,000. I go, that's gotta be wrong. And when I investigated, I found out it was not wrong, it's right. And what happens is the tax basis changes at the time of death. And the death was in August 2, 2021. And they had a bill that sold the house about 6 months later on the new tax basis of $2,083. So they had a bill of just over $12,000. So Prop 19, if you inherit a house and you're going to live in the house, you have to declare you're going to live in it and live in it, and you move in within a year, then you get to keep the old tax number. In this case, $212 a month. If you're going to rent that house out, now you're going to pay the new tax, $2,083. Or if you decide to sell that house right away, realize you will pay that tax from the time of death to the date of sale. So it's a little harsh. It's a new law in California, a little bit over a year old, and a lot of people don't know a lot about it. Obviously, I didn't know enough about it. If you're in that situation, it's always best to talk to a tax attorney, a tax person, or a real estate attorney. And I give you the information I know, but I'm not an attorney, so always go out and talk to the real professional, and don't be surprised, like I was surprised. Anyway, I'm Doug Jones at Buyers Realty. There's my DRE number, 0097-9517. And if you're gonna sell a property, you're gonna pay the tax or not pay the tax, but I'd be glad to help you sell the property.